This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we are on the early access account sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, #sponsored. I get access to this account for 24 hours, then I go back to my regular account, and this account has early access, as the title of the event implies, to Throne of Eldraine. Ha! Trolled you. Got you. Bet you were leaving a comment already. To Theros Beyond Death cards. So we get access to these sweet Theros Beyond Death cards one day early. This particular deck only adjusts for one Theros Beyond Death card. THASSA Deep Dwelling is a 6/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, THASSA isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, let's get really careful on the wording here. Exile up to one other target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under your control. Now, because it says return that card to the battlefield under your control, if you claim the Firstborn, the opponent's creature, you keep it now. Forever. And if you put THASSA in a shell surrounded by elementals like Risen Reef, Omnath, and other great ETB triggers, well, you get a pretty good thing going. So this Teamer Elemental deck is something that I saw mentioned by a few content creators. I believe Jerry Thompson put up a list with it. This exact list came from Croaky's Twitter, and a lot of people are going to be like, I just had an idea. I wanted to play with this. I'll tell you straight up, I found the idea on Twitter, but I think that this is the right combination of kind of janky Timmy stuff that is stealing a creature and keeping it in a 2-card combo, as well as blinking your things, but also raw power, because this is extremely low cost and low opportunity cost, that I have a terrifying suspicion this deck will be very popular, and you should be ready for it in the early days of Theros Beyond Death. So don't be surprised the first time you get your creature claimed and kept by THASSA Deep Dwelling. Let's dive in and do some absolute mayhem to the early access event. Mandoscorps is the opponent. Let me know what you guys think of the new setup, the new webcam, the new mic. I know you hate change. I give you back the intro. I move my office around. Leave it in the comments. Let me have it. So we go first. We have the Reef, we have the Druid, we have the Omnath, we have a Claim No THASSA, we have Hydroid Krasis. We're low on land. We're going to have to draw land. And one of the first things I think I'll do to the deck when I get to mess around with it is cut all, or not cut, but add land. I think I wouldn't play this in best of 1 without 26 land. But away we go. I think we lay down the Druid. The Omnath might matter. Our opponent opens on Temple, Swamp, and Mire Triton. 2/1 Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, top 2 cards from your library into your graveyard, gain 2 life. So we could Omnath that, easy peasy. We could also play the Risen Reef first, which I think is the greedy. Let's go straight into Omnath time, especially since we have 2. If one dies, we won't feel too bad about that. Our opponent milled the Acolyte of Affliction and the Dryad of Elysian Grove, something like that. Yeah, gonna be hard to go through all the cards. I strongly recommend my set review to get a little bit of familiarity with the cards. This is an uncommon I didn't review. It's a 2/3, basically a Golgari Fine Broker. Look at your top 2 cards, put them into the graveyard, return a permanent from the graveyard to the hand. All right, we untapped with Leafkin Druid. Our opponent has a Glowspore Shaman. We don't have a combo yet for the Claim, so we're going to dig for that. So let's lead with the Temple of Epiphany, put a +1/+1 counter on the Omnath, and then play the Risen Reef. We're going to try to set up, I think, a land on top might be fine. I don't think that Druid is fine. We won't have enough creatures to tap this for 2 mana yet. Second Claim. Well, it will help us get through the Glowspore Shaman, who's going to do a chump block job here, trying to stay alive. And the opponent redraws a Scryland. They've got a graveyard cooking. What are they going to do with it? Temeret Calls the Dead. Put the top 3 of your library into your graveyard. Exile a creature enchantment to make a zombie. They definitely have creatures. And these are also enchantments, if that mattered. And we see maybe one of the payoff cards is Zoni for the Golgari Reanimator deck. The opponent's going to grab a temple. Look at the top. We draw land. We do have another Omnath. Our opponent's at 22. We have a long way to go. But if we had one more land, this would tap for 2 mana, which would let us play a larger Krasis. So I think this is a good turn to steal the opponent's 2/2 and hit them with it. Play this land, pay 2 life. Let's put a +1/+1 counter on the Risen Reef, because if we get one more counter with the Reef next turn, we can attack through a 2/2. So now we can do this. Another interesting trick with Claim the Firstborn is giving your Hydroid Krasis haste, because once it is on the battlefield, its casting cost is below 2. So that is actually a really fun thing you haven't really seen, as the cards haven't been indexed together. In this situation, I think it was better to make a larger Krasis, but definitely a hasty Krasis can decide games. Gray Merchant is here. Drain for 3. Oh, Gary, how great thou art. But I think from here, the Risen Reef is pretty good. We can definitely grow a lot of our permanents. Let's start using the Leafkin Druid mana, because I know I want to. Chandra, oh god. Oh god, not like this. Let's see, we can turn a Risen Reef into a THASSA. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Let's put a counter here. Let's do this. This is this is getting nuts. You like triggers, everybody? Do you like it? You like doing Risen Reef shenanigans? Yeah, we'll keep building you up. I guess we could build up the 1/1s, make the opponent respect them. Let's see, if we steal this and then bounce this on end step and the opponent goes block, yeah, it's far from lethal, so we don't need to do that yet. But maybe there's something better to Neoform here. Just get another Risen Reef, actually. Alright, so first and foremost, would the opponent double block this? If they do, that's fine. We have access to like £1 million of value. They want the Omnath. Good. We can definitely bring Omnath back. So chapter 3 of this is going to be gain X life and scry, where it's equal to the number of zombies you control, I believe. Yeah, zombies you control. So cutting back their zombies is fine. All right, we're just gonna go crazier. More Reef. More Reef. How do they beat the Reef? You can't beat the Reef. It's like all the cards in your deck in one card. This land can go. I'm sure we'll find more. Maybe Paradise Druid. Maybe the land was better than a Paradise Druid. But I'm not going to overthink it too much. This is just too crazy. Broken. You thought you were safe. You thought elementals were a thing of the past. You thought wrong. Izoni, there's payoff. Make a bunch of bugs. All right, our opponent has bugs. We're going to have to burn them out. Just go way over the top. If we had an Agent of Treachery, well, no, we can't steal that. All right. Let's go here. Do it. Do it, everyone. Nissa. Oh, I should activate the Fabled Passage. If I don't, soon it won't work anymore. There'll be no basics. There might be no basics now. I didn't even count. Didn't check. All right. I'm going to try to play quickly and suboptimally just so that the opponent is limited to how much pain they have to sit through. So those of you who want to correct my play in chat, go get a beverage. Enjoy the ride. It's the journey. It's the journey at this point. Dear good God. Where's Enray's Forerunners when you really need it? Nissa, who shaketh thee?
I will protect the virtue of this world. Rise, my elemental friend.
Bring you back. Seems fun. How about your face? Oh, if I had animated the breeding pool, I could have grabbed another Omnath, I think, if I had one in the deck. I think I do. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm lost, chat. It's all... my brain hurts. I think I'm short. Oh, I can play this? Okay. So we can play this. So we can play THASSA. So we can blink the Omnath. So that will finish the game. And I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll see you later. Magic Arena FR. French? Frenchies? Bonjour. So 2 claims on a Leafkin. I don't think that's going to be remotely good enough, but if we find a THASSA, it's broco. Maybe I'll just scry into one. What the hell? It's the release day event. Let's not try to turn down what's pretty close to what we're trying to build our deck around. All we need is to scry into a THASSA, and we can even play it on turn 3 and start claiming. So, hard to turn it down when you think about it. To the bottom. Scry on scry action. Risen Reef isn't bad. Do I want to hold it? No, I think we still play Leafkin Druid first. Lots of elementals to draw into. Let's not freak out and think we have to play for value immediately. Plus the opponent might have removal. And Bolt the Birds is still a thing, which might make it more likely for the Risen Reef to live. A third Claim the Firstborn is definitely awkward. But where's that THASSA? If we draw THASSA off the top, we're ready to go. Omnath, okay. To the face. So we play the land second because we get the ability of the Omnath. I guess we'll pump up the Reef because it looks like the Reef is going to hit the opponent unless I'm missing something. Carry me, Risen Reef. What's our opponent doing? Tectonic Giant. Well, I can't claim it. Oops. But there's THASSA. Claim won't work here. So I guess we're just blinking the Omnath. Boing. Did you guys know with Agent of Treachery in this deck, you can also just steal other things rather than use claim? Yeah, I know. Now, I'm guessing if I go read my comments right now, 6 other people will have already told me that I should have Agent of Treachery in this deck. It's a combo with THASSA, you guys. Have you ever heard of this? Unbelievable. Perforos, the Bronze-Blooded, 4 and a red, 7/6 indestructible. Not a creature without 5 devotion. Other creatures have haste. You may put a red card or an artifact creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Could be exciting. Looks like our opponent's on big red. When this attacks or becomes the target of a spell, choose one. 3 damage to each opponent, or exile the top 2 cards, and you may play it till end of turn. Alright. Well, Claim isn't holding me down right now, but you can't argue with some sweet Risen Reef action. And our opponent, we've almost turned on THASSA. We're actually 1 away. Let's have a 4/4. Is that it? I guess we're bouncing this, dealing 3. I was really hoping for 1 more elemental. I guess we can get a punch in there. It's not when it attacks. It has to become the target of a spell. Opponent sees it. End turn, THASSA blink. Triggers. Feels so good, man. Just hit face. But the opponent might win this turn. They might win. They have Perforos. I've had a lot of people tell me all the great things they can do with the Perforos if they untap with it. So, get your popcorn. What have you got? Do the country of France proud. My body is ready. Here comes something. Cavalier of Flame. Turn on the Perforos. Discard another Perforos and a land. So there is now a land here. If the Cavalier of Flame were to die, the death trigger would deal 1 damage to me. Activate Perforos again. What is it? Dracuseth! Oh my god. Alright. Do it. Do it. I think they got me easy. Such a smashing. Okay, just pick your targets. All they have to do is pick their targets correctly. Because if I don't have a blocker, I'm definitely dead. Well, big red, guys. If you run all creatures that cost 4 or more, Claim the Firstborn isn't a good magic card. I don't know if any of you considered that. That was delightful. Oh, look at that owl going off. Do I have an owl? I must, right? Hold on. Hold on. What? Oh, wait. I know. It's because I have all these million gems. Look at the gems. Look at this. Look at this stupid amount of gems. All right. Sure. Get me levels. Who cares? I only get access to this for 1 day. I don't get to keep these. I may as well go nuts. I could have special sleeves. I could have anything. I just like playing Magic more than I like shopping, which is, I mean, that's the honest truth. And if you want to shop, I get it. That's fine. That's fine. Shop all you like. If you see that and are like, I would spend so much time in the store grabbing all these things and trying these sleeves, and that's just fine. I just don't work that way. All I want is my next game, and we're fighting Sorin, who is actually a planeswalker, so woo! Another sketch hand. Super sketch, but it has the combo. We just have to draw a red source. I think Temple will reveal a red source. We'll play Leafkin Druid, and maybe we'll draw 2 untapped lands, and we'll go from there. I keep bad hands all the time when in low stakes Magic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Owl spam jammas. Spammy pajammy owls. Well, there you go. I mean, it's pretty cool, right? It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I think it's better than the fox. I think it's better than the cat. Maybe I just like exotic pets. I don't know. Yep. Hello, Sorin. Big fan of your work. Whatever happened with that Nahiri crazy person? Did that work out? Did you two finally get together? Because, I mean, everybody can tell who watches Nahiri and Sorin that they really love each other, and they just don't know it yet. It's like the start of every romantic comedy. They didn't like each other at first. Okay. I can't play the THASSA because these aren't islands. I don't have any place this turn, so we may as well use the always tapped Scryland. And we have an untapped land for next turn, so we can go THASSA Claim. Or Nissa. You know, Nissa, I hear, is a card that you can play in your decks. Maybe you've done it before. Maybe you've seen how this works. Starfield Mystic. Enchantment spells cost 1 less to cast when enchantment is put into a graveyard. +1/+1. And boom! Endless Web. 3/5. Reach. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery. 1/2 Spider. So the opponent's going to put us to the test. I'm going to put the opponent to the test. Give me that. We're doing the combo. Just to be clear. We're doing this. I keep it now. I mean, I don't know if it's the absolute best thing to do it to with a Starfield Mystic. But I did it. You can't... This isn't going to be the Krenko video. I didn't cast Krenko all day. So I had a feeling THASSA would get a Banishing Light. But at least the opponent had to pay for it, darn it. There's an island. Isu shakes the world. This can produce 2. Once I... No, that's not how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2... If I leave this untapped, I would have to have a breeding pool, right? So I can't Nissa into Omnath. What does Omnath do right now? Just kills the little spider, but I guess it's something. I don't have a lot of payoffs, mana payoffs for Nissa yet, so I may as well take my time. Eeny meeny. I guess I need something to attack through this, so I'll build up the Omnath. It can also, right now, go toe-to-toe. This owl is hyped. Oh my god. Oh my god, the reaction. He really likes getting petted. I'm going to name you Archimedes, because I watch the Disney Sword in the Stone a lot. Okay, boomer. Hey, I'm bearing my soul, and I don't think it matters really. Okay, it matters somewhat what generation you were in, what you watched as a kid, but certain movies I think you can watch no matter what generation you're in. Oh my god, it's huge. Holy 7-9. WTF. Okay. This looks like a job for Nissa. I guess this is my chump blocker. What does this do? Target land you control becomes an XX elemental with trample and haste, where X is the number of enchantments you control. Hype. Can't be countered. No prob. Who wants to die? I don't want one of my forests to die, but I really like my blue sources because of the castle, so maybe a forest is the right pick. I'm not saying I'm going to definitely chump with my land, but when you turn a land into a creature, you should probably have in your mind somewhere that it's going to die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I had breeding pools, I could have used my castle this turn, but otherwise I don't think I could. Well, the land fights for us, so you can't use your Destiny Spinner and make the land fight for you. Ooh. Unbreakable Formation. Whoa. Alright, do you have a way to make this unblockable? Because if you did, I'd be scared. I mean, this Starfield Mystic is down for the count. Thank you for joining my side, Starfield Mystic. Now I want to steal one of these. Ask and you shall receive. This one has Vigilance, so it's a pretty good target. Gimme. Yeah, you get a 1-2, I get it. I just want to use this ability a lot. So what else do I want to animate? Probably the non-forests. Hold on. If I tap this for green, and that's 1-2, that's 3-4. So, does it say untap? No, it doesn't. So I guess it's you? Yeah, 1-1. Totally hype. Hype train engage. What else? What? I'm probably just gonna scry here. I don't have a great attack because this 7-9 is gonna block this, and the opponent takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. It's not really enough to matter. I really wanted to use the spinner. I'm full of nonsense today. Maybe you guys like it. Do you like nonsense, CGB? We're gonna give this back to the opponent. Maybe they'll block it. Maybe they won't. Oh! Guarding that life total. Alright, your turn. It's only till end of turn after all. Alright, another enchantment. This is a 2-4 that allows their lands to tap for all types of mana, if you wanted to see what that looked like. And the spider doesn't want to come out and play. Well, Castle Vantress, find me the goods. This is 2 elementals, but I don't have, like, enter the battlefield triggers for that. I guess I could claim my opponent's druid. It's not particularly great. We can do better. Dig. That's better. Better, better, better. Pitch 'em. Yeah, let's keep working on the vigilant critters. Yeah, it's still not quite worth it. Maybe if I got my THASSA back or found another THASSA, I'd be in for that. But it's time to start drawing some cards. Hold on. If I had another blue... I haven't used my Nissa yet, right? No, I haven't. So I can untap another blue. So I'll pay 2 life for this so that I can also use the castle this turn. Cool. Untap a blue. I guess you will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can definitely play you. And we still haven't gotten through the spider yet, but we are piling up the advantage. And if we find a THASSA, we just start burning the opponent with Omnath. It's really gross. Really gross. I mean, the enchantments, this is one of the things I'm worried about with them. They're cute. Now, does the opponent have a way to trample this? Let's find out. Let's put the Hexproof in front of it. We could also put the Cav in front of it and get a Neoform. Ooh. That's saucy. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm about to put a card on top of my library. Do I get a chance to respond to this trigger? I think I do. Okay, so if I put in full control here, can I respond? Take action? No, I had to put in full control first. So what I was thinking about doing was castling before I put a card on top of my library, just to try to get the Scry 2 cards deeper. All that glitters again. Okay. I mean, they're strong. Don't get me wrong. Those are some strong things. Ooh, Krasis. So I should have drawn the Krasis instead. At this point, if I get a land on the battlefield, but... Oh, wait. Omnath, Nissa. Omnath, Nissa. Omnath, Nissa. That sounds pretty good. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, all of these tapped because they enter tapped anyway, so if you pay life, you don't get them untapped. Easy mistakes. Alright, we'll just spread this out. Oh my god, the cards. I've been a bad CGB. Give me that. Yeah, you can have your spider. What else? I guess I can Neoform into another Omnath here after I attack. Give it to him. X gonna give it to you.